Yeah, good morning, everybody.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, I hope you are all doing well and at home.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh, okay. Couple of things before we start with our subject, that is web designing and programming. I just wanted your feedback regarding the previous semester. Obviously, it is not possible to replace the offline classes the way we teach in offline mode. It's not going to be possible in online mode. Concentration will always be there. We have network issues. We have issues related to other things. Um, I just wanted to know what is your how difficult or how easy was examination uh, since you all had faced classes in online mode. Was there any difference in facing the examinations, theory examinations, offline examinations?
So the one issue that we faced was it would be very easy if the videos would have been uploaded to YouTube channel, all subjects. Like we didn't
Okay.
have reference to them,
Hmm.
so that is the only thing. Or else it was fine.
Okay. And that we are doing this semester. In fact, what we are going to do is at the end of each chapter or at the end of each month, we are going to share a Excel sheet with you, wherein topic-wise the videos will also be mentioned. In fact, I think we did upload the videos on YouTube. Probably there was no proper indexing, because of which you were not able to access the videos in a proper way. So this time what we are doing is we are uploading the videos with the indexing part also. So we'll share the index with you, and then there you'll be having which particular topic or which particular chapter is which, which particular chapter is having where is the link for this particular chapter and the contents of that particular chapter. So we'll do that one. I think we will do it on unit basis once the unit gets over, uh, or once the lockdown gets over, then we'll upload it on YouTube. Considering current situation, I don't think we will be starting offline classes anytime soon. We'll be having online classes only, at least for a couple of months. So I request everybody to focus more on online classes. If somebody misses out, obviously there will be videos which will be there on the YouTube. Um, was it informed to everybody that the online classes will commence from today? Yes, everybody knew that online classes will commence from today. Is anybody?
yes, sir. They knew.
Yeah, because I think last semester the university had not made it compulsory. The attendance was not compulsory. This semester the attendance is compulsory. The online attendance is compulsory. As and when we collect the attendance online, the same thing, we are going to pass it on to the university. So your online attendance is considered as the actual attendance. So we can just keep that particular thing in mind, and let nobody have trouble at the end of the semester because of attendance. So inform others to attend online classes. Uh, I hope, of course, there will be some problems like connectivity issues. We are also taking classes from our home only. So probably there will be some connectivity issues. But we have to adjust with all those and somehow manage. So as usual, in case if there is any problem as far as connectivity is concerned, if you are not able to hear what I say, then you can just tap me, unmute yourself, and remind me. What I'll do is I'll just repeat that particular part. And Ritik has given a comment that um, there was some kind of a it was difficult, little bit harder to recall. I think we'll take care of that one. Videos will all apart from online classes, videos will always be there. So the mode of uh, operation, mode of teaching this semester would be first, obviously, the online classes will be there, and then the videos of that online classes, by chance, in case if you miss that particular class, those videos will be uploaded on YouTube along with the indexing, which topic, the topic and relevant details, and then we'll circulate the notes also. And at the same time, I request you to note down the topics which you have not understood in the online mode, and at the end of the semester, if situation permits, then we'll take offline classes and the revision of those classes. Just like we took revision of the entire subject last time. Uh, since online classes will save a lot of time for us, we'll have a revision of that particular class. I hope you all have noted this particular thing. I'll let everybody keep their pen and paper ready with them, and if anything is to be noted down, you can just note it down. Right then, regarding the projects, uh, we already have. I have already informed the faculty members to go through their projects and have a look at them and approve it online only, because it's not possible for us to sit together and discuss. So online only approval will be given, and any changes, corrections, uh, that will be given online. That instructions will be given online only. So all of you get in touch with your respective guides. Another point is, there is a list wherein some of the students are under new faculty who is yet to be appointed. So automatically, what happens is, suppose if uh, X is under a new faculty, then they will automatically come under their partner's internal guide. I hope you got the point. Any
Yes,
doubts?
sir.
So you are supposed to report to your project partner's internal guide only. By chance, in case if you are doing it alone on your own, then just let me know. I'll allocate the guides to. So what the class representative can do is collect the names of those people who are doing it alone and who are under the new faculty. So I'll allot them to to a particular faculty who is already there, and those who have their project partners, and they will automatically come under the guideship of the project partners guide. So I hope this point is clear, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So all the faculty members have been going through the projects. By a couple of days, probably by this weekend, they will make any corrections in your project, and then you can start working on your project. So any time, any point of time, in case if you wish, then we will have, for example, those who are under me. If you wish, you can just share your details, concerns, or what is to be done, the plans and other things on email. Then we'll revert back, and we'll tell you what is to be done. After some time, we'll hold online project demonstration classes or project related classes also, one to one, student wise, and then we'll tell what is to be right.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Coming to the subject, that is web designing and programming. This is little bit different from what your seniors would have, since yours is a new syllabus. There are certain changes as far as the subject of your seniors was concerned. They only had web programming. You have got web designing and programming, and a couple of topics have been introduced over here. That is PHP, which was not there in your seniors or in the previous batches syllabus. Okay. The screen is visible. The syllabus is visible. I've displayed the syllabus on the screen.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
This is the um, split up or syllabus of web designing and programming. One of the easiest subjects to learn in computer applications, because you have got tags. Most of you probably are well versed with web designing. You already must have known HTML. Uh, can somebody, those who know, just comment in the chat box. Those who know HTML can just comment in the chat box. I'll just have a brief idea regarding how many of you have basic knowledge of HTML. You can just comment in the HTML. I'll not take test for those people who know HTML, but I just want to know, have a small idea regarding how many of you have the basic knowledge of HTML. Just keep commenting in the chat box. And I'll continue with the introduction of the subject. So as usual, you have got 5 units, and the first unit, very simple, very mundane, very basic thing, which is a repetition, I would say, for some. It's a basic introductory part regarding World Wide Web and internet and graphics, web designing and other things. So it is something which is well known. So it's quite an easier part of this. The second part is related to HTML. Now here we are going to learn most of the HTML related tags. What is the full form of HTML?
Hypertext
Hypertext markup.
markup language.
Hypertext markup language. So we are going to learn XHTML. Uh, XHTML is extensible hypertext markup language. So extension of the HTML, but the basic tags remain same. Apart from that one, some extensions will be there. Some additions, not major ones, but some minor additions will be. So second unit will be completely dedicated to the HTML part and then the XHTML part, and we're going to learn the cascading style sheets. So what is the use of this? Now, before learning something, the first thing that we need to understand is why we are learning this and what is the use of learning this particular application or programming language. We don't call this as a programming language. It's a scripting language. It's a part of scripting language. It's a markup language. Basically, we call this as a markup language. Now, HTML is very important as far as the websites are concerned, web designing is concerned, or development of web applications is concerned. Now, what is a web application? Of any computer application, you develop a program, it becomes an application. There are different types of applications. If it's a standalone application which is installed on the computer and only you use it. Now, there are other applications like web applications, which are web-based. Web-based in the sense internet-based. Um, Lots of applications, banking applications like banking websites, they are web applications. Then you have got your university websites, which are again web applications. Like this, there are different kinds of applications which are available. Now, to develop web applications, obviously you should know how to develop a website. To develop a website, you should know how to develop a web page. So basic web page development, it starts from the basic web page development. So here in this case, we are going to learn what is a web client, what is a web server. Then we already have seen this in the fifth semester. What is a web client and web server? Again, we'll have a revision of this. Then how to use the website, how to develop web pages, how to develop content authoring, graphics design, and web programming. Then we understand what is a scripting language. How do we add the scripting language? Suppose if um, you are using application, any particular web application or a computer application, which is web-based, internet-based. Now it can be a combination of multiple things. For example, markup language and scripting language. I hope you're getting this particular point. For example, we develop an application which is a combination of HTML as well as JavaScript. HTML is a markup language. JavaScript is a scripting language. To display or to develop a basic mm, content, we use the markup language. To add logic to it, we use a JavaScript language. For example, now we develop a web application to accept student university seat number. Your results are to be seen. So you develop a web page which accepts university seat number and then say search. Now this can be developed using a markup language like HTML. But when user clicks on search, there should be a scripting language which finds the university seat number, fetches the database and then displays the result. So it's a combination of markup language and script language. Now that we are going to see in detail in the first unit. Second unit is dedicated for the all the HTML tags. We call it as tags. Basic syntax of markup language is called as tags. T-A-G-S. So these tags, using these tags, we develop. These are the building blocks of a web page. So web pages are the building blocks of the website. Multiple web pages together become a website. And we develop a website using web pages. We develop a web page using simple HTML tags. Now there are lots of tags which are available. So we see what are the uses of that particular tags. So in the second unit, we learn how to develop a web page and how to develop a website. In the third unit, what we do is we learn how to add a scripting language to a web page and a website. The scripting language which we are going to learn is the JavaScript. Using JavaScript, we can accomplish different kinds of tasks. Just like one mentioned before, fetching the details from the database and displaying it to the university. So third unit gives us the basic syntax of a particular website. So how do we have that particular, how do we develop a website using this particular tags? So that we are going to give, that we are going to learn. Here, the learning of JavaScript is distributed in units 4 and 3. So in the third unit, we learn the basic things. And then in the fourth unit, what we do is we have uh, the advanced things. We learn event management, we learn event handling, when an event happens, how JavaScript should handle that particular thing. Then a small part of that is dedicated to the XML, extensible markup language. It's also a markup language. XML is used in addition to XHTML. So there what happens is we use XML as an add-on content to the XHTML. So how to add a XML thing that we learn in the fourth semester. So essentially, the third unit and the fourth unit are based upon the JavaScript. So first unit, introduction to the web pages. Second unit, how do we build the web pages? Third and fourth units are dedicated to JavaScript. And then once we come to the fifth unit, we have different type of scripting language. So two scripting languages we are going to learn in this subject. One is the JavaScript. The second one is the PHP. So one unit is completely dedicated to PHP. So what is the PHP? How do we connect the PHP to SQL? This is quite useful from your project point of view also, both JavaScript and PHP, because what happens there is the JavaScript and PHP will complement each other, and also what they will do is they will um, tell you how to add a scripting language for a particular application. So we have got uh, how do we embed? We call this as embedding a PHP to a HTML. So HTML is a markup language. How do you embed a scripting language to a markup language? Then passing the information between two pages to web pages, basic PHP things, fetching the database from the PHPs, from the database using PHPs and so on. So here, as you learn a new language, you'll have to learn the basics also. So both in JavaScript as well as in PHP, you're going to learn the basics like strings, arrays, functions, and then expressions, regular expressions, and type conversions, etc., etc. So that is dedicated to the fifth unit. So as of now, I am believing that we only have to uh, cover first unit, considering hopefully the best case scenario is hopefully the first unit only we need to cover in online mode. Remaining, hopefully we'll get chance to cover it in offline mode. But anyhow, we will not wait for the online classes to commence. What we'll do is we'll just start with the the individual units as and when we finish the previous units. So these are the things. So have cleared this thing. This particular syllabus is available on RCB website also. I'll share it with you. Everybody, it's as advisable to everybody that let everybody have a copy of this particular syllabus copy with you. In case if you wish, I'll share it with the class representatives. Then they'll share it with you. So at the end of this, you have got this. So here only everything related to project is given. So I'd shared with you some details related to the projects. Uh, so in the syllabus, it is given. All the projects should be there, and then all the details are there. At the end of the semester, when you prepare your soft copy, then what happens is you need to have a particular format for your project report. Now, all the format is given over there. Now, title should be how much, the heading should be how much, the font size and which particular font you're supposed to use. Then you have got margins, then you have got indexes, then you have got headings, then how it is to be done, and how the syntax, the syllabus is to be given, and everything it is there. So here all the details are there. So before you contact your guide, for related project related things, it would be appreciable in case if you go through all the details of the project and then contact your guide. So it will be easier for you to understand, and also at the end of the semester, it will be easier for you and your respective guides to form a clear framework and clear report. I hope you got this point.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. From web designing and programming point of view, our main focus will be on Unit 2 because that becomes the basics, basic essence of that one. So we'll focus more on that particular part. As a requirement, we will learn more than what is required from the syllabus point of view, but relevant from the industry point of view. So that we will start with the second unit. So here, let us begin with the introductory part. So if you enter your attendance before I commence with your introduction of the first unit. Another thing, is it possible for you all to, is it possible if I take the classes from 9:30 instead of 10 o'clock? Or is it too early?
So 9:30 to 10:30.
Because we have limitations. I cannot take more than actually 45-50 minutes because the platform allows us to have 45 minutes class only. So since we are occupied with some other work also, related to COVID care and this one. So if I finish the class at the early, it will be easier for me.
So I
Okay,
think
sir.
it's better to ask everyone.
Check
So
So
out,
we'll let you
let
know.
them
So we'll do that.
let them put it in the chat.
check out, check out. So half an hour, we'll start half an hour early and we can end half an hour early. So instead of 10 to 11, if we have 9:30 to 10:30, it would be easier. So we can concentrate on some COVID related work also. So inform, just check out and let me know. I think we have Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So except Monday, all days we have got class at 10 o'clock, and only on Monday we have got at 11 o'clock. So just have a chat amongst yourself, and then just let me know. Right? So number of participants is 53. Number of attendance is 55. Okay. Some people are having double presence. Okay, no problem. So yeah, in this case, uh, so I'll just give brief introduction today, and then the thing which you already know about the things. In case if you know, please let me know so that we can focus on the things which we do not know. Right. So here in let us begin with the first unit, that is web designing and programming. So all of you know the definition of the internet. That is a global communication system links together thousands of individuals. Now let us forget this particular theoretical part. Uh, Practically, or in your own words, if you want to define internet, how do you define it? Anybody? You can go through the points and then define in your own words. In very small, short, this one. How do you define internet? Nobody?
So it is a very big network that
Yes.
connects or puts together all the different networks from various locations, etc.,
Yeah.
and makes it accessible to everyone
So when I give you
around the
the
world.
theoretical definition, you have to practically think about this one and have a practical relation to what you are learning. So instead of learning a global communication system, this is fine as far as when you write in examination. Global communication system, information exchange, connection of this one. Simply, in simple words, you can say multiple computer systems, hardware and software connected to each other. And that will be internet. Why do you use this? Now we are connected using internet. I am teaching to you about the internet, which you already know through internet only. So here, lots of transactions. So just have a look at this one. There's no point in reading this thing. So for the information purpose, connection of multiple computers together will be called as the internet. So how internet is connected using the hypertext. So what do you mean by hypertext? Hyperlinks. So there are thousands of web pages which are there on the internet and which are connected to each other. Now, for example, you can see here. You can see there is a URL. There is something which is underlined. Now you can see one URL here, www.example.com. Now what happens here is that multiple pages, web pages are linked with each other. So that is the basic structure of the internet. So develop a web page, give it a name, and then that web page is accessible to others. You have to just give the name of the web page. So there it will be posted over there. So which are linked by hypertext, which are accessed all over this. So in practical terms, if I have to define, I have a machine, you have a machine on your side. Your machine holds multiple number of web pages. I have multiple number of web pages. So if I want to pass on the information, if I want to link those two web pages, there should be a hyperlink. Now, what is hyperlink? This example is hyperlink. HTTPS www.example.com. In simple words, we have multiple computers which are connected to each other physically. On those computers, you have got multiple software applications which are connected to each other through hyperlinks. So that is what is called as the web pages which are connected through hyperlink. So how do we access that one? Access through a web browser. So most of the times we access our web pages using the web browser. You know what is a web browser. some parts, some tasks which are to be remembered here. Web sometimes is a short form for the World Wide Web. As we know, web servers and then World Wide Web is a collection of web servers and collection of web pages. Web pages, web pages together form as a website which contains text pages, digital images, audio, and videos. And then users can access all those things using computers, laptops, and cell phones, which we are doing right now. Physically, you're accessing, mentally, you're accessing, or no, I have no idea regarding that one. And then World Wide Web enables the internet for retrieval of the information and display of text on the device. So this is how. So our this thing, the content of our focus in our topic is a web page. So it's a document that is access a web resource on a World Wide Web. So World Wide Web is a collection of multiple web pages, billions and billions of web pages. So we use the web browser to access those web pages, which can be obtained from the internet. So how two web pages are related? They are related using hypertext and hyperlinks. We have got links. All these things are the basic building blocks. I hope you understood this. Um, internet, internet to websites to web pages. So web pages form a website. Websites, all of them together form a internet. So when we provide links from one particular website to another website, it's called as a hyperlink. Now all the text which is hypertext in the sense which has a link to be accessed is called as a hypertext. That means I develop a document and then I give it a name and then I provide a link for it to access it. It becomes a hypertext. Address for that becomes a hyper. All these informations are quite important to understand from the basics point of view. Web page is a document. It's also called as a web resource, which is available on the website. Then how do you access a web page? Using a browser, which is as part of the internet. Now we can access it using system. And then you have got a hypertext. Any text which is available is called available on the internet is can be called as a hypertext. And then the address to it is called as the hyperlink. So before winding up, let us find out what are the last parts of this. In a sense, what all the web content is. It can be a text, visual, or oral content. That is anything visual. It may include text, images, sounds, videos, and animations that we already know. Whenever we open a web page, we have got text information, image information is there, sounds are available on the website, videos are available, and then animations are available. Other contents of the web page, blogs, search engines, discussion boards, e-commerce websites, which are also called as web pages. All those web pages together can become a data application, services, images, audio and video files, and personal web pages, archived email messages, and many other things. Basically, all these become a website. Website can be a data website, an application website, e-services website, related to images, audio, video like YouTube, personal websites like your individual website, archived email like Google, Yahoo, etc., etc. So all this become a web content. These are the basic things of this. Who are the web clients? The people who access these web contents are the web clients. So you have got a browser on your system. So if you access a particular content or a data, you become a web client. So right now I am also a web client. You're also a web client. So you're accessing something which I am displaying. So you become a web client. I am accessing something which somebody else is displaying. Then I become a particular web. So we've got a web server and then web pages. So web browsers are clients that access the web server and then retrieve the web pages which are associated on the web. So the term client may also be applied to the computers or devices that run the client's software. So this we have discussed, I think, web server, and then it has got one particular set of information when a client asks, the web server provides to it. So these are the basic parts which are available. I hope you're not having any doubt. In case if you have a couple of minutes are left, you can just ask me a doubt. Last time I expected more number of people to ask, but very few doubts were there. This time, expecting many people to ask.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Hmm?
Sir, I have a doubt like why we use www in like a domain.
Yeah, uh, it's a protocol which is to be followed. Now, if you, it's like something like this. If you send a parcel to somebody, the most important part is they expect you to specify a pin code so that it 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 goes to that particular thing. As a part of protocol, you need to prefix www dot. What it does is it's a way of making your computer understand that you're accessing a particular web page. If you don't prefix, what happens is computer might treat it as a local address. When you're searching something for on World Wide Web, I think we're running out of time. In case if we run out of time, I'll continue this explanation in the next class. Uh, to make basically